I'm Paul Chichester. I worked here 42 and a half years. My 3 sons work here, Doug, Danny, and Don.
This is the order we hired in, too.
Yeah, exactly. It is, really, yeah. My dad worked here for 31 years before he retired. He started in 1951. I started October 8th, 1974. 90% of my career was in shipping. You know, I liked it. We make a very good product. We make double Melvin gear sets and gearboxes, high-end stuff. You know, they call it the Cadillac of the industry. I like to refer to it as the trucks to be the Peterbilt of the industry, you know.
I spent, you know, a year and a half, if not a little longer, working directly with him in shipping and receiving. The first time I had to ask him for help for something that it was a little unnerving, not gonna lie, but we've always had a great working relationship together. A lot of fun on the floor working with my dad, so.
I'm kind of the opposite of Dan. I didn't have a whole lot of interaction with Dad in my positions here. I mean, I was kind of on the other end of the shop, so I didn't spend much time in shipping at all.
When I got to work with Dad for 6 months to a couple years, where I learned pretty much everything he did. Working at Cone Drive, it's not just manufacturing. I mean, you could work in shipping, you could work in high-low even. I mean, you could build the units, you could machine, you could do all that. I mean, it's not all factory work. Like I don't machine anything. I use wood every day. I bolt units to skids. I mean, you can talk to anyone, they've got your back. You know, we pick on, make fun of each other, but it's all in good fun. Everyone helps you out. If you're struggling, you can go ask someone for a hand. And, you know, like sometimes I got to rip boards that are over 8 foot long, so I just go ask someone around the floor and they say, yeah, no problem, here, I'll come help you.
You know, when I first came here, I don't think I'm gonna like working in a factory, you know, but it grew on me. You get to meet people and see things and then, wow, this is pretty neat, you know. Yeah, and then people would come in, customers would come in and say, wow, this is a clean place. And you make all this stuff? Oh yeah, all that stuff gets machined here. You know, it comes in as raw cast iron and raw steel and bronze, and it gets all machined in this plant and goes back out the same door. You make a very good product, and it goes all over the world. So there's always going to be a demand for it. Come to work here and be part of something that goes worldwide that makes all kinds of neat stuff.
I've really enjoyed my time here. I've been here 11 years now. I've gotten an opportunity to work in several different roles in both the shop floor and the office. I've gotten to learn from a lot of very talented people that I respect a lot. I really enjoy what I do, the work here, the people here. That's the biggest thing. It's like an extension of the family. It always kind of has been, always how I felt. If you're willing to put in the work, you show an aptitude for the business, there's a lot of opportunities for advancement within the facility, which is one of the more attractive things with this company versus a lot of other companies, I feel like, personally. You know, it's afforded our family, obviously, a lot of opportunities in life. You know, the home that we grew up in, the home I now have with my family, Doug, you know, Don, all of us. And that's the biggest thing that this company... No, I didn't actually. That's just all off the top of the head.
Oh, I think it's been great. I mean, I've been here for 11 years now, so honestly, most of what I've done upstairs now in programming has been kind of self-taught or watching the other guys, or I've always liked to think and make stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just constantly learning as I go. I'm not a learn from the books kind of person, so it helps to see the way things are done, you know, how people do it differently, and then I kind of create my own way of figuring things out. My job is to take new products, new parts we're making, and program them for the machines. And I mean, in order to do that and get good programs, you got to be out on the floor working with the guys that are actually pushing the buttons on the machines. It's a good place to work, and all the fun stories we heard growing up, and found out some of them were true.
I've always worked with Dad in the shop when I was a kid, and my 2 brothers, we always tinkered, made little projects. I got 3 boys at home, 2 of them which want to work here. They mention it daily, and they already go by the nickname of Chai. They made sure when I filled out their school paperwork for their nicknames, it was Chai.
It's funny you say that because Landon was just talking about, I want to go to work with you, Daddy. We grew up yesterday.
middle son, Austin, wants to be a high-low driver. He absolutely just loves high-lows. So it's an opportunity for him. He'd be great at it, but he's got quite a few years before he can really do it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool now where I am in the facility to get to work directly with these guys every day. It's pretty cool to get to work with your family. So not only do you have the extended family of your other coworkers, you have your direct family here at the same time.
It's a great place to work.